Hey folks, since Bruce here from PREVIEWSworld, we're still at San Diego Comic-Con. We're talking to J. Michael Straczynski here, and sir, you're out,
yes.
You're running, you're in front of everything. Joe's Comics is now on the runway, taking off, and
yes.
The first book that just came out, of course the first series is 10 grand, so that's out there now. And for those who haven't had a chance to pick up the book yet, what can you tell us about the series?
Well, the premise on it, we have a guy who was a button man for the mob, a killer, who fell in love with a woman who sort of brought him out of that life. He did one more job just to get it out of the way, and in the process of that, he was killed by a supernatural force. His girlfriend was killed by a supernatural force, and as he lay dying, an angelic force said, look, where she's going, you can't follow. Where you're going, you don't want her to follow. We'll make a deal with you. You work for us, we'll bring you back to life. If you're killed in a righteous cause, you get 5 minutes in heaven with the woman you love. Is it worth your time to do this? And he agrees. He becomes, a button man for heaven. Every time he's killed in a righteous cause, he gets to see his love 4 or 5 minutes. What would you do for love is the question. How far would you go? Me, I might have lunch. That's about it.
Might have lunch. So basically, you got number 3 issues are out now.
3
and
with
this
4
is an
coming
ongoing
out
series now, right?
Oh yeah, we're doing 12 issues, and what we're doing with the Joe's Comics is a little bit different. Is we do 12 issues and then stop, reassess, make sure there's another story we want to tell in that universe. If there's not, we don't do it. If there is, we take a few months, get ahead on schedule, get ahead on production, and make sure it's dead right. Then we put out the next batch.
The trick being make sure the books ship on time.
Yeah, and one thing we did from the very beginning was we started this process really, really early. We came out 3 months ago with our first issue, but we had that issue in hand before the end of last year. So we're staying well ahead of the schedule, and by taking off a few months between arcs, we can bank enough issues that we always stay on schedule. Every book so far has come out on schedule, and issue 4, which we're showing here at the convention, doesn't come out until August 7th.
So you're way ahead of schedule. That's got to be something retailers like.
Oh, absolutely. I have a lot of respect for the retailers who have to deal with the fact that often books are delayed or postponed or canceled. And we said, no, we're going to hit our schedule on a regular basis, no matter what happens.
And we can expect the same with the next one up, which is Sidekick, right?
Sidekick, yes.
What's that all about?
Well, when you work for the major companies, you have to deal with the hero sidekicks, who are a pain in the ass, at least for me. Because as a kid growing up, I thought I could always, when they become Batman, or I could become the Flash, Robin was already my age. He could do stuff that I couldn't do, which always just annoyed the hell out of me. So I figured, I'm going to get even, finally. So we have a sidekick whose mentor, the Red Collar, is killed, and he's left on his own, and no one takes him seriously. The cops don't take him seriously. The bad guys don't take him seriously. He can't get any funding for his stuff. We're going to beat the crap out of this guy for 12 issues, humiliate him, embarrass him, and eventually follow him on a long descent into madness.
You're a mean guy.
I love being a mean guy. The idea of writing is put a character up a tree and throw rocks at them. That's how it works.
All right, so Superman 1 minute, and then we get to be the bad guy the next, right?
Yeah.
What might be on the horizon as far as what might be coming down the pipe after Sidekick is wrapped up?
In October at New York Comic-Con, we're going to launch Protectors Incorporated, about a homicide detective who investigates a murder among superpowered guys. Then next year, we are lined up our books for that. We're bringing back the Icon books that were originally under the Marvel heading under Joe's Comics now. We've reacquired Book of Lost Souls, which Colleen Doran will be doing the art for. We're bringing back Dream Police, which Sid Kodian's doing the artwork for. And we're doing a special 6-issue limited series with me and Bill Sienkiewicz called Alone. And what's interesting about that book is we're stuck in a sort of a paradigm of comic book storytelling that was set 40, 50 years ago, where when the first comic books came out, they just took newspaper strips, they basically laid them out in book form, and that became a comic book. And I was talking to Bill and said, can we reinvent how a comic is done visually and structurally in ways that have not been done before? And I went to Bill because you want someone who doesn't just think outside the box, he lives outside the box. Actually, he burned the box and walked away. To sit down and really reconsider how you can make a comic book. So we're going to be bringing in techniques and ideas and visuals and storytelling techniques that really have not been done before in comics. And our goal is to just reconsider the process.
And have a lot of fun.
And have a hell of a lot of fun.
Well, sir, thank you so much for taking time to talk to us.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it. Folks, J. Michael Straczynski, make sure you check out 10 Grand and Sidekick. Keep the faith, keep reading comics.